Today we're talking SEO, and we're bringing you some tips and insights into how to avoid some costly SEO mistakes that we see a lot of companies making on their websites. Last time I talked about not researching your keyword list, and today Jason's going to talk about not using your keywords the right way. Jason.
Yeah, absolutely. So not using your keywords in the right way can mean a lot of things. And usually the most common thing that we see is just not using a keyword list at all. You might have a keyword list. You'd be surprised at how many companies have keyword lists and then they just sit in a file or folder structure on their computers and they never make their way out to be used. So the recommendation would be to make sure that those are coming out whenever you're writing content on your website, whenever you're writing blog posts, anything that you're writing content for. Visit that keyword list. Make sure you have one, as Chuck mentioned last time, and your content will work harder for you on that from an SEO standpoint. The second point in terms of not using the keywords in the right way is using too many instances of, say, a single keyword in your content. You don't want to do what we used to do in the past many, many years ago, and we stuff keywords and we use it 20, 30 times on a page. And I think most people know that. But the point there is that we want to write for our human audience. We don't want to write for we don't want to write for Google per se. We do want to use keywords. Google's going to use that content and use its bot to scan our content. But first and foremost, that content has to be speaking to our human audience. Got to be readable and effective in drawing that customer or that client down the page and down the content so that we can get them to our calls to action. So the third point is we want to use our keywords in the right places in our content. We want to use them in headings and subheadings. We want to use them at the beginning of our content, say at the top of the page where a user may have searched for our content, found it. When they click on that content, they need to see those cues, those keywords that let them know the content is relevant to what they were searching for in the first place. If they don't see those keywords in the headings, maybe in some bullets and some early on in the content, they may bounce right away and not view that as relevant content. So it's super important to use those. Also, if we're using keywords in our meta titles and descriptions, those are the things that show up in the search results when somebody is searching for content. So you see that blue title, you see that description in the search results. That's your meta title and description. If you have your keywords in that content, you will be giving a relevant search result to that user. So make sure you're using your keywords in meta titles and descriptions. So in summary, in general, is you want to create a keyword list and you want to use it. Don't create a keyword list and have it sit somewhere where it's not used. Hand it out, spread it out to your team, and make sure they're always looking for opportunities to use keywords in your content. Don't stuff your keywords. Don't use them too often. Use them intelligently so it looks normal and natural to a human reader, but also relevant and usable for Google to tell what your page is about so it can show your page in the search results. So these are the things that you want to do to make sure your keywords are in the right place so that you get the biggest bang for your SEO buck.